Hi everyone, and welcome to Ultimate Exercise Ball Class at Core Maximus. Today is beginner upper body, this. So if you've never worked out with me before, please make sure you do the warm-up before you come in to join us. If you're just starting your fitness journey, the last thing we want is an injury or a setback, because we really want to keep that momentum. So please make sure you do the warm-up. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube page, please hit the little subscribe button. That's amazing. That's how you support us. Love it. Okay, moving on. We have 6 exercises, 1 minute each. Intermediate, advanced beginners, you can go through this 2 to 3 times. I'm going to work through the whole first round with you with my trusty little stopwatch. Yes, old school. I still have a stopwatch. I love it. I don't think I'll get rid of it. Today, wall your ball and a set of weights. If you don't have a set of weights at home, I love using water bottles, cans of soup, so we can use really anything in our house to give us a little bit of strength. For those of you that are curious, I'm using 4s. So for beginners, anywhere from a 3 to 5 pound, I think is a really good, a good range. In all transparency, I picked gray because my pants are gray, and that's what color the 4 pounds were. That's why I picked 4 as opposed to 3 and 5. That's how I roll. Okay, let's start at the wall with push-ups. Okay, push-ups at the wall with the ball. Sneaky. So don't think, oh gosh, we're all the way up at the wall. These are very sneaky, and I'll bite you right in the arms tomorrow. All right, so ball is going to be at the wall. Hands come onto the ball in line with shoulders. Shoulders, hips, feet are in a nice straight line. If your wrists get sore, please turn your hands out. That'll help your wrists a little bit. From here, feet closer together makes this harder. Feet further apart makes this easier. Doesn't matter if your heels come off the ground or stay on the floor. I'm more concerned about this. I want your hips nice and strong, with no pressure in your back. We don't want our hips rounding in, belly button pulled in, nice and strong. Shoulders away from ears. Here we go. We're coming in towards the ball. Exhale strong, push away. Inhale and exhale. If the breathing and matching the breath with the pattern is too much, just breathe when you breathe. All right, we are fighting to keep this ball as still as possible. We're controlling our range of motion in, active, strong push away. Again, feet closer makes this harder. So you can play with this. You can play with bringing those feet in a little bit and then back out. Beginners, uber beginners, I'll call it. Welcome, very excited. How do you make this even easier? You walk your feet closer to the ball and do less reps. So we're timing for a minute. Therefore, you can really control how many reps, which will make it easier or harder, you're doing within the minute. Beautiful. Have a seat, grab your weights. We're going for bicep curl, seated on the ball. Seated on the ball so that we work our stabilizers. We're gonna work all of this as we work through our biceps. So arms by your side, and I want you to be really mindful of posture here. We really want to work a whole bunch of things all at once. So shoulder blades pulled together a tiny little bit. Sit nice and tall as if there's a rope or a magnet attached to your head and you're being pulled towards the ceiling. That's going to be our start. Then from there, arms by your side, palms face me, elbows glued to your side, feet further apart make this easier. Feet closer together make this harder. I'm going to add a surprise, and we curl. Okay, on your curl, again, I'm turning sideways, keep going. Elbow does not move. Your elbow is glued to your side. Your hands come up towards your shoulders. Your shoulder blades are pulled together, tiny little bit. We're working our core because we are seated on the ball. My wrists are in neutral, so my wrists are not rolling forward and back, and my grip is nice and happy. Now, if you're like, well, I could do this, let's play and add a march. Okay, I'm just throwing some fun stuff at you. We could lift one foot and then the other as we fight for this bicep curl, or little heel toe touch. If you're not up to lifting, and if you don't want to do any of this, you don't have to do any of it. Fight for bicep curl. We're really working on upper body strength here. Last one, and great. Keep these. We're getting into what I call my tabletop position. So we are going to have a seat on the ball, and we're going to walk ourselves forward. Okay, 1 minute here for triceps. Place those hands on the ball. I know you have weights or cans of soups. And then you're slowly going to walk yourself out. Trust me. Slow walk out till head and shoulders come onto the ball. Okay, lift our hips up strong. You are now the bench. Arms come up towards the ceiling, palms face. Hands directly in line with shoulders. You're going to bring those weights down by your ears, bending at elbows pointed towards the ceiling, and extend back up. We're here for a minute. So we're doing a tricep extension, back of arms. I get asked about this all the time, while working through our lower body. Again, hitting a couple pieces all at once while we strengthen our arms. Okay, on this, again, my wrists stay in neutral. My elbows do not move. So all those principles we just applied to our bicep curl apply here, except now we're working through the back of the arm. We're going to fight to keep those elbows directly above those shoulders. So we're trying to avoid those elbows flailing out to the side. Head and shoulders nice and relaxed. If your bum started to lower towards the ground, if you were here, I'd come around and touch your bum, and I want you to try to lift those hips back up, squeeze through glutes, get a little lower body action. One more. And from here, elbows onto the ball. Lift head and shoulders. Start walking yourself back. Hands can come onto the ball. Walk, 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 walk. Awesome. Okay, put these off to the side just for a second. We are coming to a prone walk out. I'm giving us this even in our beginner workout because I want to give us something to work up towards. So tuck in all your bits. You just saw I tucked my shirt in. Tuck in your shirts, tuck in all your bits. And we're coming behind the ball. And from here, hands are going to come onto the floor. Legs are coming off. Hands are nice and wide, directly underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. You're going to walk yourself forward on your hands. Here we go. We're going to walk about a hand length at a time. Active, strong push away from the floor. Belly button pulled in, nice and strong. Maybe we do 4 walks. And then active push, we walk ourselves back towards the ball. I want you to be active and strong, pushing yourself away from the floor. Now we can think as if there's a magnet on our upper back and we're being pulled towards the ceiling. We fight to have that ball roll out in a straight line and then back in a straight line. As you get stronger, you can add more steps, I'll call it, with your hands. Remember, I've added this in today because I want us to have something to challenge us that we can play with. We can see how our strength improves, how our core improves, upper body. Don't forget to breathe. And I think I'm going to do one more. I think we, collectively as a team, can handle one more. Shoulders away from ears, pulling and pushing away from the floor because I'm being pulled up towards the ceiling. I'm breathing. I'm going to walk back here. And awesome. Have those feet find the floor. And come on, all the way back up. Okay, 2 moves left. We got this. You're doing amazing. Grab your weights again and your trusty little ball. Okay, start seated. We're coming back into that tabletop. We're going to work our glutes and our hamstrings. I did that backwards. Glutes and hamstrings, resting head and shoulders. Chest press. 2 moves left. We got this. Hands are coming onto the ball. Slowly walk yourself out. This is number 2, getting into my tabletop position. Head and shoulders resting on the ball. So all of this should be nice and relaxed. Shoulders, hips, knees, straight line, knees in line with heels. Trusty stopwatch. We have those weights by our shoulders, elbows out strong, and we're going for a chest press. So we active reach towards the ceiling, control on the down. Okay, when you are doing a chest press, we are pressing in line with our chest, not our face. What if maybe we drop the weight or our can of soup? We don't want it to land on our pretty face. So we're in line with our chest. As those elbows come down, I love doing this on the ball because we almost get that stop position because the ball tells us, oh, we're far enough. And then we can come all the way back up. At least that's what I think the ball would say. Fight to keep the ball nice and still. Grip on your weights, nice and relaxed. Wrists are in neutral. I hope you're picking up on a theme here when we're holding weights. Shoulders away from ears. Now, if your little bummy has decided to lower, try to dig through those heels and push those glutes back up. And all done. Walk, walk, walk. Okay, walk ourselves back up. And one more move. Keep your weights and bring your ball up to the wall. Part of the fun for me is watching people try to get the ball at the wall with their weights and all the things. So we'll take our time. Maybe it's a bit of chaos. Maybe your ball's rolled away. Maybe you can't figure out how to get your weights and the ball and all the things. I'll give you a minute. Okay. Squats with overhead press. Maybe if you've picked up on it, I'm doing a little bit of lower body work at the same time because I want to get our heart rates up a touch. I want us to focus on our core while strengthening upper body. Okay, squat. Ball is in the small part of your back, and we're walking our feet away from the wall. If you've done beginner legs, then we are used to getting into this squat position. If not, no worries. Toes are pointed straight forward. They are in line with shoulders. Shoulders down away from ears. With our weights, we're going to bring our palms forward in line with shoulders. Shoulder blades pull together, tall, upright posture position. Neck loosey-goosey, grip on our weights, nice and relaxed. We are going to sit into our squat. Last move. Sit, shoulders, hips, nice straight line, knees in line with my heels. Push through heels and reach those arms overhead. So everything goes down, everything goes up. Now, I want you to be very mindful of your shoulder and hip positioning. Sometimes tendency when we're holding weights, our bum starts following the ball backwards and our torso leans forward, or as we push overhead, our back arches off the ball. We don't want that. We don't want to get hurt. So we're going to sit however low that looks for you. Push through heels, active, strong reach. Breathe. Last one here. I know there's a lot going on. How do we make it easier? Less reps. How do we make it easier? Not as low in our squat. How do we make it easier? Put our weights down. Maybe at this point, upper body's done, and we don't want to reach overhead with them, so we put our weights down and active reach with our body weight. Okay, almost there. Let's go, last one. And reach. Okay, weights down. Ball down. Let's have a seat. We deserve it. That was amazing. First round, maybe you're doing 2 rounds, maybe you're doing 3. Whenever you're finished, head to the cool down. You deserve it. And have a nice, good stretch. And I'll see you next time.